So a super common question I've been asked lately is, how do you pack a board bag? My philosophy is keep it light. You imagine not only are you gonna be carrying this board in and out of hotel rooms, loading it on a rental car, potentially in a bus, into the airport check-in area, you're gonna be dealing with it, but also baggage handlers are gonna be dealing with it. So if you want your board bag to be on the top of the stack instead of on the bottom, my thought is keep it light, make it easy. So I'm going to put my longest board on the bottom. Your board bag might have one of these dividers. If so, you can flop it down here. If you don't have a divider, then maybe you want to put your towel in there. So after your first board, you're going to want to put your favorite board. You're going to put it in the center so it's going to be the most protected by the other boards. So you got your board for bigger waves, you got your favorite kind of standard board, and then you want to ride a fish or a step down, the board that you're going to ride if the waves are a little smaller. Then you throw that one on top. And if your board bag has some straps, you want to cinch them all down tight. One thing that I've noticed is one of the more likely things to happen, especially if you have a board with a lot of rocker, a lot of curve, is that the noses can get broken. So I like to have a little bit of structured support on the noses. I don't think this is required, but if I happen to have a cardboard box lying around that's about the right size, then you can slide it in on your noses. It's nice and light, and it just gives a little bit of structure here so that if something sets on your noses, you've got the sides of the cardboard box to give it a little structure. Other things you might want to throw in here, your wetsuit if you're going somewhere cold. You just want to focus on things that are light and that are going to add padding. You got a second towel, you can put it on the side that you're going to drag the board on, so the opposite side of the handle, to just give a little bit more padding there. Another good thing to bring in your board bag, tie down straps. You can just shove them in the nose or the tail. What about leashes? One issue with leashes is if you just put them in loose in your board bag, if they end up in between the boards and the boards are on them, you can get the indentation of the leash in your board. So make sure that if you put the leash in, that it's not in between your surfboards. So you can coil it up nice and tight and put it at the tail or the nose, lay it out straight on the side. In this case, I'm putting it outside of the towel. That way it's not gonna make its way underneath one of the boards. And then fins. Most board bags now have a little compartment in the board bag where you can shove your fins. So I would say if you're bringing multiple sets of fins, maybe at least just have one set of fins in your board bag, and then the other sets of fins you can put in your suitcase. My board bag's nice and light. I can lift it with one hand. I could easily put it on top of the car.